জয় ভরা চাঁদে আরতি কোশোভা জানাবে বনে জগমনলো ভাবি দেবা দক্ষিণে তাই চান Vame Gadadara Dakshe Enenitai Vame Gadadara Ekate Advaita Shini Vasa Chhatradhara Se Baba se Ache Korachan Ratna Simhasane Acharatna Arati kore na Brahma Adi Devagane Manara Hare Adi kore Kamara Dhulaya Nara Hare Adi Sanjayamo Kunda Vaso Goshadigaya Shiva Shankho Baje Kanta Baje Baje Koratala Shankho Baje Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasana Madhur 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 Baje Madhur Madhur Bala Madhura 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 Baje Madhura Madhura Shankha Baje Ganta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Shankha Bola Shankha Baje Ganta Baje Madhur Madhur Madhura Baje Madhura 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 Baje Kote Chandra Jhine Vadana Ujjwala দেশে মনামালা করে ঝালামালা শিব শিব শুকনা সদা প্রেমে গদা গদা শিব শুকনা ভগতিবে নদা দেখে গোরার সম্পদা দেবা যায় জয় গোরা চাঁদের আরাতি কশোভা জয় ও জয় জানাবে তটবনে জগমনলোভা जगा जना मना लोभा जगा जगा जना मना लोभा गौरांगेरा रति का शोभा जगा जना मना लोभा पर गौरांगे रारते का शोभा जगा जनमाना लोभा गौरांगे जगा जनमाना लोभा जगा जनमाना लोभा जा विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमः नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी अचतो देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य सब गाये हर बोल चैन हर बोल जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण
चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर गौरा भक्तवृंदा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंदा
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर गौर भक्तवृंदा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्तवृंदा जय श्री
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद अद्वैत गौर भक्तवृंदा
मोल हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
बोलो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
Govind Jaya Gopal Jaya
बोला गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
Govind Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya.
राधा रमन हरे गोविंद जय जय
Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya
बोलो
Jaya.
राधा रमन हरे गोविंद जय जय
Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
Govind Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
Govind Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya.
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya
बोलो
Jaya.
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
Radha Raman Hari Govind Jaya Jaya.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
बोला हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
हरे
Hare.
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Nitai Gaur Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar Nitai Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar
Jaya Nitai Gaur Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaur Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaur Sundar Jaya Nitai Gaur Sundar
Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe
Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe
Bolo Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra
Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada
Nitai Gaura Premanande Hare Hare Bol
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस पीराचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद जी की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस पीराचार्य सस्त डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांता सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद जी की अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की नाम चार्यदास ठाकुर की इस्कान बीबीटी संस्थापक चार्य श्री प्रभुपाद जी की प्रेम से कहो श्री चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की नवदीप मायापुर धाम की, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, द्वारकापुरी धाम की, अयोध्यापुरी धाम की, गंगा माई जमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की, श्याम वेद भक्त वृंद की, हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, ट्रांसीडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, दे लॉर्ड शिव श्री राधा माधव भगवान जी की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा भगवान जी की, श्री श्री गौर सुंदर भगवान जी की, नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर की अपील्स डे की, गौर प्रेम नंदे, all glories to devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glories to some devotees, all glory also to Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narasringaya. Oh Namaste Narasringaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Oh Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Oh Shilatankana-dayane. Oh Shilatankana-dayane. Ito Narsimha Balato Narsimha. Ohito Narsimha Balato Narsimha. Oh Narsimha Madim Saranam Papade. Narsimha Madim Saranam Papade. Kala Kamala Bodhenaka Madhuta Shingaya Dalika Liranyakashipu Tanuvina Keshavadipa Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadipa Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Jaya Narsingadev, 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 Jaya Narsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nitai Gauda Haribo, 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 Nitai Gauda Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everyone to New Clinic Ramdham, Baltimore, the board of Nitai Gaur Sundar, Lord Jagannath Subhadramai, Shri Shri Radha Madhav. Hari Bol. First, I thank you all the pujaris for dressing the deities so beautifully. We'll appreciate them. Hari Bol. This is Prashadam cookings by Siddhu Prabhu and Pancha Prabhu. So it'll be really wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for cooking and doing so much services. Appreciate that. Hari Bol. One of our dear congregation members, Sashmita Mataji, her mother passed away last night. So she's all the way to, she's going to taking flight to India right now. So, of course, you know, the whole family is Vaishnava families. So of course, we know that destination of such family members is always written down. They already have reached the eternal abode. But we as devotees will chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times facing the deities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Upcoming program this Friday is disappearance days of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So we'll have a program in the evening starting from 5:30 p.m. onwards. He was Prabhupada's guru, and under his instructions, Prabhupada came here and created this revolution of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. So we should always remember the great gurus for that. Today is a very special program. Today is Narottam Das Thakur's appearance day, who was a stalwart Vaishnava, and we've been following his instructions, teaching. He had given this beautiful realization in terms of poem of how love of Radha Krishna can be achieved for that one. And today our program will be twofold. Initially we'll dwell on his life, history, biography for 20-25 minutes. Then after that, those beautiful songs which he wrote, we're going to be singing those songs with the meaning itself for that. So it says that remembering a Vaishnava is a sampada, and forgetting him is a vipada. Sampada means opulence, and if you forget it, it's very sad, that it's distressful for you that you're forgetting a Vaishnava, because it please Krishna very much when you realize his devotees for that one. On the 6th, on March 6th, please remember the date, is one of the biggest festivals of the year. The Piran is the day of Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Purnima. Hari Bol. So please tell your friends, everybody, we want to have mercy. Lord Gauranga mercy should be given to everybody. They're more merciful than Radha Krishna also. So if you come here, be part of celebration, you'll get immense merciful for that one. And I think Premdam Prabhu has one announcement. Then after that, we will start the program.
Hare Krishna. So as Prabhuji was saying, the Mahaprabhu's appearance day is coming. That's March 6th. And we have Prabhupada's translated Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is the life and teaching of Mahaprabhu. All the acharyas through ages have been taken inspiration from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from the life and teachings of Mahaprabhu. And the Chaitanya Charitamrita, thankful to Prabhupada, who translated into English from Bengali. It's a perfect garland which is strung of verses from all the scriptures. We have Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all the Puranas. All have been strung together to tell us what is the highest goal of spiritual life. So please take benefit of these books. We have a table outside, and we have some highly acclaimed devotees standing there to give you the set. So the sets, we have many languages, so please check. And each set is around $100. Which is practically nothing in comparison to the joy you get when you read these books. It has a very positive influence on you, and influence to such an extent that when you go out, people might even stop you and ask you that, what are you doing that you're so effulgent today? So please take benefit of these books. And as I said, we have multiple languages, Gujarati, Hindi, English, and it's a perfect garland of all the verses, and it has the life and teachings of Mahaprabhu, wherein we see the relationship of Krishna with his devotees exemplified by Mahaprabhu and his disciples and his devotees. Thank you.
Haribol. So we'll be talking about Narottam Das Thakur because of time. We'll ask the Mangalacharan, which is auspicious, but when you're talking Vaishnava, it's already Mangalacharan, all Mangal, everything happens anyway. So Narottam Das Thakur was the embodiment of Gaudiya teaching. It was said that it was so comprehensive was understanding of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu that for generations after that, his teachings was followed very thoroughly for that one. It was so amazing. He said that he conveyed the love of God via his teachings in the form of poems. His poems are in a book called Prarthana. Prarthana means prayers. And if you see his stories, his poems, everything in that says, Prarthana Kariyo Narottam Das. Every story is a prayer. And if we imbibe these prayers in our lives, every day you sing one prayer, you will see that so much immense mercy will come onto you. You can imagine that. Because what is Gaudiya Vaishnava? It's a mercy religion. It's not anything else there. It's mercy. Everything's coming from Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from Nityananda Prabhu, and all these different great stalwarts have come through and give us mercy. And when we hear these prayers, when we hear about their lifestyle, what happened is that Krishna and Radhika, Srimati Radhika, would get so happy that, you know what, these are, they're glorifying my eternal associates. Because these are not normal people. They have a special role there in Golak Vrindavan as different helpers of Srimati Radhika. So their value is much more than we can imagine. Of course, they came in different forms just to incorporate this beautiful Gaudiya Vaishnava's teaching for that one. So it says that there are two important lives in the life of Narottam Das Thakur, which we'll be glorifying a little bit. And then after that, we'll come to his biography. One was before his advent, his Gurudev was Loknath Goswami. Loknath Goswami was an amazing devotee, very humble but very renunciate. It says that he was a friend of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the school with him. And later when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, then he became very closely associated with him. Lord Chaitanya sent him to Vrindavan along with Bhugarb Goswami to find out the lost places of Radha and Krishna for that. Now, these are devotees who came all the way from so they knew their previous life, their Swarup, what they were in Radha Krishna Leela itself in Golak Vrindavan. So when they came, they were supposed to do that, but it says that they just waited for the right opportunity. The Rupa and Sanatan Goswami came, and then they start discovering the beautiful pastimes for that one. When they were going there, at that time, Lord Chaitanya said, I'm sending to Vrindavan, but very soon, one of my dear associate Narottam Das will come, and you have to give him as Diksha. This is my order for that. So he said, okay, as you say, Mahaprabhu, and then he walked there for that one. So then he stayed in Vrindavan, even though he tried many times to come and see Mahaprabhu, but somehow Mahaprabhu was always traveling, he could never see that. So then he said that this is my order of my Mahaprabhu, I'll stay there. And the second was, when Mahaprabhu was traveling everywhere, he was always in love of God itself. And one time he was traveling, he went to South India, then Jagannath Puri, then Vrindavan. Then he was coming from Vrindavan. At that time, Nityanand Prabhu, all of them were with him. And he came to a place called Kheturi. Kheturi Gram was there. And when he saw Kheturi Gram, there's a river next to it. This is Bangladesh now, East Bengal. That time, Bengal was same. The river called Padma River. That's still flowing. The river, actually, the Muslims haven't changed it. The name is still called Padma River, still flowing there. And that time, Padma River is there. When he stood next to the river, he started saying, "Oh, Nara, 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 where are you? Where are you? Where are you, Nara?" Like that. So devotees said, "Who is this Nara? Who are you talking about?" Then he said, "Very soon, a great scholar personality will appear in this area called Kheturi Gram. His name is Narottam Das Thakur for that one." So then after that, he said that very soon I'll be doing something special, which you guys will see that. So Nityan Prabhu, all of them were there. The next day, he told devotees, all of you, come and let's take a bath in the river. So as soon as he entered inside the river Padma started having this ecstatic emotion. The whole waves were coming so high as if it's flooding through completely for that one. Because what did Lord Gauranga said? He left his prem, ecstatic love, in the river itself. That time he said the Mother Padma enacted in the form of goddess and came here and said, "Lord, what is the reason? I'm so happy. What is the reason?" He said, very soon a personality is going to come. And when he takes a bath, give this ecstatic prem of mine to him. He'll be embodiment of a prem. He said, "But how will I remember? How will I see him?" He said, "You will see him. He's a very divine personality. And as soon as he's entered inside, your waves will be going like this again, overflooding like this, just like it happened just now. And then once he goes there, you just give it to him." So then Mother said, "Okay, that's fine." Then she became the river form itself, and then she disappeared. So those were the two important significance, which will come later, how this whole happened. Because without Loknath Goswami, or without Mother Padma, or without ecstatic emotion, Narottam Das Thakur could not enact all these things for that one. He appeared on full moon day in the month of Magh, which is February and March, which is today actually. I think it's full moon day today. He appeared there, and he was son of a great king. His name is, I think, Raj Krishna was his name. He was a Kayast Shudra king, it says that time. But Lord Krishna's, Lord Chaitanya's movement, there is no differentiation in caste. We don't believe in caste. We believe in qualities itself for that one. So when it was said that when he was small, they do Annaprashan ceremony. In Annaprashan ceremony, they had a lot of different food sitting there itself. And he said which food he touches or something. He didn't touch any food itself. So he was crying. And they said, "Well, what is this kid? Doesn't want to eat at all. He's going to be like just without food." Then what happened was some devotee said, "Maybe we should give something offered to Vishnu or something." So they brought a Vishnu food in front of him. He saw everything. Then he ate the Vishnu Prasadam. So it was realized that from the bottom, from day one, he was a great scholar. He was supposed to be devotee, and he was supposed to be magnanimous for that one. Then as he grew up from Brahman, he used to hear Lord Gauranga's pastimes, his birth, his appearance, his disappearance. And throughout the time, he always used to think about it all the time, enact that. That's what it is there, that 24/7, if you think about Krishna, never forget Krishna, then what happens? Your life becomes completely spiritualized. Then no distresses can ever happen. Even people think you're material distress, you never distress at all for that one. That gives you the strength of the bhakti for that one. So then Narottam Das Thakur one day, Nityanand Prabhu actually came in his dream and say, "Tomorrow you will go to Padma River and take a bath." So he said, "Oh." So because he realized that Nityanand Prabhu and Gauranga were hearing the stories. So the next day, he went and he entered the Padma River. As soon as he entered the Padma River, the river started having this beautiful waves higher itself. And suddenly he was having some intense emotions. Just at that time, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu came and gave ecstatic hug to Narottam Das. Narottam Das felt as the Lord Chaitanya essence came into his soul. He was dark complexioned. Suddenly he became a white, golden complexion from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then after that, Lord Gauranga disappeared. And then that was a time when Narottam Das Thakur completely changed his life completely. He was not interested in any material value. His father's income was millions of dollars or billions of dollars that time. He wasn't interested. His parents were always worried that he will run away, he'll become a sannyasi. So he always put guards against him itself. Every time he used to run away, they'll bring him back. It's just like Raghunath Das Goswami's story or something else. But devotees always find a way to, when Krishna calls it, who can stop you itself. So that was a time. Then one day it came in dream, and his parents were away to see the Muslim king there. And that time he found out, so he ran away. And he went through, without barefoot, he was going through the Jharkhand forest. It is said that his feet were so soft because he was nurtured with so much love, and because king's son, he didn't have to do anything else there. He was nurtured so nicely that his feet were like braced with thorns and everything. It was bleeding itself. He was so hungry, he didn't know what to do. And at that time, he was so much exhausted, he didn't know anything. Then he suddenly passed away. He passed away means he became unconscious. At that time, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu came in the form of Brahmana and woke him and gave him milk. So this is a very deep significance for that one. So when he drank milk, then he went to sleep. Then in the night time, when he was sleeping, Rupa Sanatan Goswami came to his dream. He said, "You're very fortunate, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu came and gave you milk." The reason is, Narottam Das Thakur in Golak Vrindavan, his service is to boil milk and give it to Krishna and Radha. So Radha and Krishna is reciprocating that my devotee always service there. Today, let me serve him itself. That is called loving relation. Krishna never forgets his devotee. Krishna always loves his devotee. So that's a beautiful things about that one. So then after that, he left after that, and then he came to Vrindavan Dham. So Vrindavan Dham, he went, and everybody knew about Narottam Das Thakur because a Vaishnava who's such a resplendent Vaishnava, he was so effulgent. They all saw him that he was a special one. So he came and met Loknath Goswami there. And then, of course, before that he came, and Lord Gauranga came into his dream. He said, "I want you to go to Vrindavan and take initiation from Loknath Goswami." So then he went there. He said, "Loknath Goswami, God Gauranga had told me that, you know what, please give me initiation." He said, "You know, I've vowed never to take any disciples in my life at all. And besides, I'm humble, I'm poor, I don't have any qualifications. Why do you want to take from me? There are other qualified people. Go to them." So Narottam Das Thakur, he said, then he said, "Okay, if you are interested, why don't you chant Lord's holy name, Hare Krishna mantra, for a year, and then we'll see about that." Narottam was already chanting anyway, non-stop. But he said, okay, so 1 whole year, he chanted the holy name itself. Then after that, when he came back again, he said, "Oh, maybe 1 more year will be good for you itself." So then he was doing that, but then he realized that, what he was doing, he was a king's son. And where Loknath Swami used to go, it was a hut. And he used to just defecate right outside, like close by area. And every night, Narottam will come with his bare hands, will pick up all the excretas there and will put it on the side, clean up. So every day, Loknath was come and said, "Who cleans this up? There's somebody, what's going on? Is somebody cleaning, or the animals eating something else?" So every day it was there. Then one day he said, "I'll hide in the bush." So hid in the bush. He saw Narottam Das Thakur cleaning it up himself. He was very pleased with his demeanor that, king's son like that for that. So then after that, Narottam Das Thakur said, "Loknath Gurudev, please give me initiation." He said, "I think I have to think about it some more time." That night, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu came in his dream. Loknath Gurudev said, "Didn't I tell you to give him initiation, and you're playing with him? Tomorrow, give him initiation right away," or something. So then Loknath Goswami said, "Thank you, Lord, for fixing me." So the next day, he gave him initiation. Then he put him in charge. He put Jeev Goswami in charge of that time. So Loknath Goswami was a Diksha Guru, and Vishwanath Thakur, Jeev Goswami was Shiksha Guru. If you see the difference, sometimes Shiksha Guru's value is equal to Diksha Guru. Because Shiksha Guru is telling you this important significance of these teachings, which Diksha Guru may not have time for that one. So their values are very, very important. We should appreciate all of them. So Jeev Goswami took him under his shelter. At that time, 2 great stalwarts also came there with him. One was Srinivasacharya, and one was Dukhi Krishna Das, who became, by Radharani's mercies, he became Sukhi Krishna Das. His name became Shyamananda Pandit for that one. So they all 3 studied. And they were such a stalwart students that Jeev Goswami is very pleased with them and gave them specific name. They call him Narottam Das Thakur Mahashay, means very great. Srinivasacharya Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit like that. Then after that said, "Okay, you guys now go, preach this Vrindavan doctrine to all of the world, especially Bengal, and go and preach them." Because Lord Chaitanya had already disappeared, so everything was in disarray. Anytime you see that when Lord disappears, the whole world can disarray. Just when Lord Krishna disappeared, what happened? Kali Yuga came, and everything nonsense started happening. The same thing happened that time. So that was the time. So then they went there. During that time, the books were stolen. by King Virambir and his dacoits, Praja. So that time Srinivacharya stayed there. He said, now Narottam, you go ahead with Shyamanand Pandit. So they went to Kheturi Gram. And that time then Shyamanand Pandit after that, left, then Narottam Das Thakur was staying there. At that time, he traveled all different places and met all the different associates of Lord Chaitanya who were still alive, like Abhiram Thakur, Srinivasacharya, Srinivas Pandit's brother, Sripati and Srinidhi, then Janava Mata, Achyutananda, who was Advaitacharya's son, and Veerbhadra. All of them were different things. Then he met all of them. Hriday Chaitanya, who was Shyamanand Prabhu's Gurudev. Sri Khanda. So then he went to Jagannath Puri and met different disciples. Then after he came back to Kheturi, by the time a letter came to him from his Guru Loknath Goswami, he said, so far, since Lord Gauranga is left, you're doing the preaching, you're doing everything. But one thing is missing, which is an inherent part of this one, is deity worship. So now I command you to get some deities and make a big temple and start worshipping and indoctrinate this deity worship, because without deity worship, you cannot excel. Of course, Sankirtan movement is heart and soul, but its nourishment is with deity worship for that one. So at that time, Narottam got the thing. So when he came to Kheturi, all his relatives all were very happy to see him. And then the king had already passed away. And the king and his brother, Purushottam Das, they both passed away. But their son, Santosh Datta, was there. So he took shelter of, and he was the king now, he took shelter of Narottam Das Thakur. At that time, it says Narottam Das Thakur initiated him, and also 123 disciples were initiated at that time. Then he told Santosh Datta that, we need to have a big festival there to enact the deities. This festival was called, the most amazing festival called Kheturi Festival. That was a time when the first time the Gaur Punya festival, Lord Parents, Lord Gauranga was celebrated for after 40, 50 years basically. So at that time, they said, okay, you don't do it. So then we said, we need money for that. Santosh Datta said, whatever money is there, it's for the place. So then they start planning out itself. So Shyamanand Pandit was there, Srinivas Acharya was there, they all came and met him. And then they gave different invitations to all over the world itself. All the Vaishnavas invited there. And they said that we should not spare a single essence. When Vaishnavas are coming, they should be taken with so much care because Lord resides in their heart. If we do it nicely, then we are sure Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu is come and bless us with that one. So invitation was sent. And at that time, the most important guru was there was Janava Mata. She was none other than eternal consort of Nityanand Prabhu. And she was another Lakshmi Devi, she was Anang Manjari. So she was there itself. So then she guided the whole program, how it is done. That time they brought 5 deities basically. And 5 deities, and they enacted a beautiful temple. In the temple there was a storage house, huge storage house of food grains. There was a bathing pond for devotees to come. There was a beautiful temple. There was a different paddy fields, there was a flower garden. Everything was thought very nicely for that one. Then the invitation to send everywhere else there. So 1,000 devotees were coming all around. And whoever they met in between, they said, there's a big festival, Kheturi Gram, you want to come? All the street people, they start coming there. Hundreds and thousands people coming there. And the arrangement was so wonderful. There was like special boats. It's like palanquins were there. As soon as they came in there from the boat, then they were put in palanquins. They were given top class accommodation. That's called the Vaishnav culture, which we always had. Anytime you have festivals, you should treat the devotees like anything coming from outside when they are especially your guest for that one. So they arranged all the stuff there. And then after that, when they all came there, then the program started. The day before, it's called Adivas, just like we did Adivas. Adivas means you welcome Lord and make all the arrangements. So that time, Janava Mata did all the things, and she was glorified because she was senior Vaishnava. Then the Kirtan went. Kirtan was so ecstatic, it didn't stop. Till the next morning, it continued basically for that one. Then the next day was the main program festival for that one. At that time, they started, it says that they brought the deities there. And after glorifying Janava Mata, where devotees put flower petals and good chandan and everything, and then some devotees gave Shastra knowledge. Many devotees came and talked about that. At that time, then after that, the deities were brought there, and they were installed. It's called Pran Pratishtha. Why it is there? Because Lord Krishna, we cannot see directly, right? So Krishna comes in the form of deity form so that we can reciprocate it there. But there's certain sanskar you have to do. It's called Pran Pratishtha, where you invite Lord's vital force into the deity form so that deity can reciprocate with you. And we see so many stories about that, how deities in Vaishnava culture reciprocate depending on your sincerity and humility and purity, that devotees can respond to, deities can respond to you. So then it was done. Then after that, the culmination was Narottam Das Thakur's Kirtan. His Kirtan, when he sat on there, when he started singing, his voice was so distinct, so beautiful, so smooth. And we start singing, people start having tears in their eyes. And when he was bringing this emotions in people, and they were remembering the Lord Chaitanya's time, how the Sankirtan used to be there. And as he was singing and singing, the volume started going up, people started dancing. There were like people, hundreds of mridang was playing, kartal was going, and it became so crescendo that suddenly you saw like a flash of lightning as if Lord Gauranga appeared from the clouds of his devotees, and he appeared in midst of all the dancing people. Lord Gauranga Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Srivas Thakur, all of them were there, and they're dancing with each other devotees. And people were mesmerized. First, initially, they could see, only Narottam Das Thakur could see, but later, Lord Chaitanya's mercy, everyone can see. And just imagine that Jana Mata saw her eternal husband, Nityananda Prabhu, and she was just looking at that, my Lord Nityananda is here. Tears were flowing. Achyutananda saw his father, Advaitacharya. He said, oh my God, my father is here. Srivas Thakur's brothers were there. They were all, so there was tears of ecstasy. He said, this is called that Vaishnava never dies, who thinks Vaishnava die ill form, because they are eternal. So when they came through, they were just looking at them, and the whole environment becomes so mesmerized with Kirtan, and Lord Gauranga, all of start dancing like anything at all. And it went on for hours and hours. After that, Lord Gauranga and all of, then they disappeared. Then the Kirtan went on for like early morning itself. Then after that, then Gauranga, then the program finished. Then the Kheturi festival was finished. So then all the Vaishnavas giving top class donations for there. And then Jana Mata made sure everything's taken care of. The reason what Kheturi festival was so important is because this was the way that the Gauriya philosophy, which was being in disarray, because when Lord Chaitanya disappeared after that, it was a lot of confusion. There was like God Nagaris were there who were spreading wrong things, Samarth Brahmanas here. Then Advaita Paramvad was there, Nityan Paramvad was there. What means that where they're saying Nityananda is greater than God Gauranga, Advaita is greater than Gauranga. So many different pathways came through. But through this Kheturi festival, all of them came in the center and be Lord Chaitanya. And from Lord Chaitanya became the Radha Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Lord Chaitanya is the devotee form. Everybody's confusion was due and everybody came together. So it was very, very important thing in the history of Gauriya Vaishnava. Just imagine that if that festival wasn't there, we could have so many different sects and we don't know who would worship who for that one. So then every year the Kheturi festival was conducted very beautifully, and devotees from all over the country came through that. This brought, and the way he sang, it is called Padavali Kirtan when he sang. Padavali is a very special Kirtan which Narottam Das Thakur inaugurated. Padavali, there's a special sequence how you sing. First you glorify Guru, and then after that you glorify Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Not Krishna directly, and then that's how you started. So we are fortunate that to Narottam Das Thakur, we understand Padavali Kirtan. That is called, and so he started singing for that. So his fame spread all over the world itself, all around that. So what happened was so many people coming taking initiation. So of course, just like nowadays Hindus, and there's so much caste things, or Shudra, all the stuff, without knowledge is the Hindus are confused. Similarly, that time also this caste Brahman starts saying that, oh, he's a Shudra. He was a Shudra king, and he's initiating Brahmanas. Ganganarayan Chakrabarti, so many others were there. This is blasphemous. This is wrong. He cannot do that itself. So they went to the king and they complained to him that, he's blasphemous. He should be put behind trial. The king was a pious soul and he realized that they're saying not true. But the king said, okay, we'll do one thing. We will test Narottam Das Thakur. There's a guy named very big logician, one of the top logicians at that time. His name was Ram Narayan. He said this, and other logicians will come and we'll debate Narottam Das Thakur. And if he gets defeated, then we'll accept it. So Narottam Das Thakur sent a letter, very humble. He said, yes, king, whatever desire is there, if I cannot prove myself, then I will amend my ways and I'll follow as you said. So then this whole thing was being planned itself. That time his disciple, Ganganarayan Chakrabarti, and his very dear friend, Ramachandra Kaviraj, they designed that, these people are blasphemous. We have to fix them. So what they did was, this was Kheturi Gram, and this was king's thing. There was a gaon in the center. They knew these people are coming from here. So one of them sat there. One of them became a potter, a clay pots thing. And one of them became a betel nut seller, basically. They stand next to each other. As they came, they said, guys, come here. You need to have pots. You need Beatles. Here's to that. Between them, they started arguing. And they started arguing Sanskrit. And so pure Sanskrit, people said, how come this is very dangerous because these villagers know Sanskrit. This is Narottam Das Thakur village. Then what do you think of Narottam Das Thakur? They got really scared. So then after that, they said, who knew that? He says Narottam Das Thakur. Then they start arguing with all these kings, logicians. So then they all got defeated. Then Ram Narayan came. He said, why don't you debate with them? He also got defeated. So then the king said, oh my God, if Narottam Das Thakur and these people are so strong, how much stronger Narottam Das Thakur will be there? So then they disclosed their identity and they said, we are disciple Narottam Das Thakur. Then the king said, look, this is the reason that he's such a strong thing, that disciple are so, because he's pure. Then all those people who were blasphemous went and took shelter. Narottam Das Thakur became initiated for that one. So that was Narottam Das Thakur. And then his passing away was also very, very beautiful, actually. We could go on and on. It's like, there's a book called Life of Vaishnav Saints, where you can go for like hours and hours you can talk about, but because we want to sing his beautiful bhajans, we'll just go last thing. Then Narottam Das Thakur, after towards the last part age, he wanted to just go back. Before that, one important thing which I want to share, very beautiful, is Narottam Das Thakur, when he was in Vrindavan, he was, one day came in a dream. And at that time, one Vaishnavi came, he said, tomorrow I want you to go to this village, in this forest. And there is my friend named Champaklata. You need to help her with milk itself. This is your service right now. So then Narottam Das Thakur went to Loknath Goswami. He said, this Vaishnavi was telling him about that. He said she was Srimati Radhika. And he said, this is your role in Golok Vrindavan. That's why she gave me the service. He said, she said me that too. So then when he used to do this, every day he started doing this service of thing. So when he was sitting, now just remember that we are ordinary people here. We have one body, external body. These Vaishnavas are internal body also, internal thing. So when Narottam Das Thakur, when he was sitting here, he will be meditating and he will go inside in that forest itself where Srimati Radhika and Champaklata, and he would start warming milk for them itself. And when he was warming milk, one day he was seeing Radhika, all of them, he got so ecstatic that he forgot that milk was burning. And instead of taking it up, he started putting the hand like this on the milk to put it down. In the place, his hand got scorched. And his hand was completely scorched. And suddenly he came in external consciousness and he realized his hands are scorched itself. So then he hid his hand like that. Then Jeev Goswami asked, I heard your hand is scorched. Can you show it there? So then he told the whole story for that one. So these are very deep, like if Srinivasacharya used to do the same thing, used to research all the stuff. These are very deep realization of these Vaishnava. For normal people, they said, not believable. For devotees, it's always believable. So then Narottam Das Thakur, when towards the last of it, he realized that, now I think I have to go to Golok Vrindavan. My time is done itself. So then he called his only disciple. He said, okay, let's go to Padma River, let's take a bath. And when they were putting the bath there, okay, so then why don't you put water on me? So then they started putting water on him. As they're putting Ganges water on him, his limbs started melting into milk. When they started hand, and the devotee was stopping. No, Lord, you can't go. They start crying. But they said, this is my order, my Guru. So as they put water, the whole beautiful form melted in the Ganges river. So devotees immediately collected whatever milk was there and took it there. And in Bangladesh, there is a place, and they make a samadhi of that. So because he was ecstatic form of, representative ecstatic form Nityananda Prabhu and the prem form of Lord Chaitanya, they don't have like samadhi as said. They just melt and go back to Golok Vrindavan. So this is a short thing. We could have gone for another 45 minutes, amazing exploits. So you could, if you get a chance, try to read online. These saints are very important, and we should try to memorize on them, meditate on them, and make a life successful for that. So without taking too much time now, we'll request devotees to come and sing this beautiful bhajans. What we'll do is like, Narottam Das Thakur has sent these beautiful poems. Each poem is a prarthana. There's a book called Prarthana, which is prayers. And each song is a prayer. Just like the first song is Shri Guru Charan Padma, which everybody knows. That's Narottam Das Thakur. So we'll go, he has like almost 25 songs, but we'll go through like 3-4 songs because of the time frame basically. And then we can continue maybe after the prasadam, we can do more. First we'll start with Lord Guru's glorification, then Gauranga, then Radha Krishna for that. So thank you so much everyone. Appreciate that. We can put the mics here. Kirtanesh can come here please.
Hare Krishna. So first of all, before we do any type of bhajan, kirtan, we always have to start with Mangalacharan. So briefly, we'll do some Mangalacharan, which is calling auspiciousness and praying to the entire Guru Varga for their mercy, so that we may be able to attain our fruit, the fruits that we are praying for, which is Krishna Prem. So we pray for their mercy that, we may be able to approach Mahaprabhu Radha Krishna, and in that way we will start. Ajnanatimidandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitanyena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitangsha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So as Prabhuji mentioned, Narottam Das Thakur Mahashay's kirtans are in this style called Padabali. In this Padabali style, there's one specific way of doing it. It's called Kram. In this Kram, it starts off with Guru, then Vaishnavas, then Nitai, Mahaprabhu, then Krishna, then Radharani, and then Radha and Krishna together. And then it ends off with Mahamantra. Obviously, this will take, several hours, 2-3 hours. We only have 30 minutes. So we'll do it very short. We'll do 45 minutes, okay. So we'll start off with Guru, then we'll go to Mahaprabhu, and then we'll start off and we'll end off with Radha Madhav, Radha Krishna. So our first bhajan here is written by Thakur Mahasaya, and Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. This book, he actually wrote 2 books, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika. So in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Shri Guru Charana Padma is the first song there. In this book, he wrote Shri Guru Charana Padma and various other songs as well, which we will also sing today. So, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. The lotus feet of Shri Guru are the treasure house of unalloyed prema bhakti. I worship these lotus feet with great care. By the mercy of Shri Guru, O brother, one can cross over the material universe and attain Shri Krishna. Make the words emanating from the lotus mouth of Shri Guru one with your heart, and do not aspire for anything else. Attachment to the lotus feet of Shri Guru is the greatest attainment. By his mercy, all desires are fulfilled. He who gives the gift of transcendental vision is my master birth after birth. He manifests divine knowledge within one's heart. From him, prema bhakti emanates, and by him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his exalted character. Shri Guru is an ocean of mercy, the friend of the fallen, and the life and soul of everyone. Alas, O Master, please be merciful and give me the shade of your lotus feet. At your feet I have surrendered. May your fame now be proclaimed throughout the 3 worlds. So Shri Guru is such that he gives entrance into the world of bhakti. When we take diksha, or initiation, there's 2 roots, di and ksha, making diksha. So di is the giving of divya gyan. Here it's written, Chakshudan dilaje janme janme prabhu se divya gyan hriday prakashita. So divya gyan is given when all the anarthas are removed. What is this anartha removing? Ksha. So Diksha together is the giving of Divya Gyan and the removal of anarthas. So when we remove these anarthas, we can truly see our Gyan, which is knowledge, becomes Vigyan through, practicing. So Vigyan is realized knowledge. When all of these Vaishnavas speak, when they come to our temple, these sannyasis, exalted Vaishnavas, they have Vigyan, they realize the knowledge. They have understood, okay, who is Krishna, who am I, who is Radharani, who is Mahaprabhu. So when we take initiation, it's not that when we receive initiation from the qualified spiritual master that automatically everything comes. No, Diksha is like a university in the world of bhakti, in the school of bhakti. So we take admittance into the school of bhakti. That way, with the teacher's help, we can progress further and further and then attain the true perfection, which is Krishna Prem. So Thakur Mashai wrote this, and he wrote several of the songs, so we start off with this. Nama Shreshtham Manavapi Shachiputramatra Swarupam Rupam Tasya Grajam Murupari Mathirim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavashram Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Guru Tannatosmi Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Satma Shri Guru Charana Padma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Bando Mui Sabodana Mate Bando Mui Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhavatariya Jai Jahara Prasade Bhai Shri Guru Prasade Bhai E Bhavatariya Jai Jahara Prasade Bhai Krishna Prapti Hai Jaha Haite Krishna Prapti Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kariya Aikya Guru Mukha Arana Kariya Mane Asha Arana Kariya Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Aise Uttama Jai Prasadi Pure Sarva Asha गुरुदेव 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 चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित चक्षुदान दिलो जय प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ है दया विदा विनाश जाते हर वेद गाय जहर चरित वेद गाय श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधा मजा नर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना श्रील गुरुदेव मोदेर जीवाना गुरुदेव मोदेर जीवा ओ हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया गुरुदेव गौर दया देह मोरे पद छाया गुरुदेव गौर दया ए बेजास कुशुक त्रिभुवाना ए बेजास कुशुक त्रिभुवाना प्रभुपाद पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव लैल शरण गुरुदेव लै तुया पदे लैनु शरण तुया पदे लैन ओ हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया बोलो हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया एबेजास कुशुक त्रिभुवाना एबेजास श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव लैनु शरण गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा कृपा कर मोरे दया कर कृपा कर मोरे दया कर कृपा कर मोरे दया कर जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस हो जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर गुरु परंपरा परंपरा गुरु परंपरा Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Tai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Tai Gaura Haribol, 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 Gaura Haribol. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Gaura Haribol. Tai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Tai Gaur Brahmanande. So as we said, we'll follow the Kram style, Padabali style. So next will be Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kara More. So translation is as such that, O Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, be merciful to me, except for you, who in this material existence is so full of compassion. The reason for his descent is to deliver the fallen souls. O Lord, you will not find anyone else as fallen as me. O Nityananda Prabhu, who is always joyful and ecstatic love, glance upon me with compassion, for I am very sorrowful. O Advaita Goshai, husband of Sita, be kind to me. By the power of your mercy, I can surely attain Shri Chaitanya Nitai. Alas, O Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami. O Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Shri Jiva Goswami. O my master, Lokanath Goswami, give me your mercy. Be merciful, O Prabhu Srinivasacharya. Narottam Das begs for the association of Ramachandra Kaviraj. So, the nature of the Vaishnavas is always to be begging. We always have to beg, for the mercy of Mahaprabhu, Guru, Prabhupada, Radha and Krishna. So as we continue to beg, Thakur Mashai evidently shows here what is the process to that. We have to first think of that, our dear Guru. We have to always pay respects to our Guru, and then pay respects to the Parampara, and then to Mahaprabhu. So here is praying for the mercy of Mahaprabhu, that please be merciful upon to me. Nobody is as fallen as me, but somehow I have attained these associates of yours, and that they have given me some knowledge and some mercy. By their glance, hopefully you become merciful to me. So this is the next bhajan, and we'll sing this, and then after we'll maybe one more Gaur bhajan or a Radha Krishna bhajan.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More पतिता पावन हेतु तव अवतार पतिता पावन हेतु तव अवतार मौसम पतिता प्रभु ना पाइबे आर हा हा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा बलो काना करो आमी बर दुखी कृपा बलो काना करो आमी बड़ दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा बले पाय चैतन्य नीता तव कृपा बले पाय चैतन्य नीता हा हा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघु नाथ हा हा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट जुग शिव प्रभु लोकनाथ भट जुग श्री जीव प्रभु लोकनाथ दया कर श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya karo more Toma bina ke dayalu Jagat samsare Toma bina ke dayalu Jagat samsare Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Gauranitai. Jaya Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari, Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari, Jaya Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari, Shri Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev.
So this next bhajan is also written by him. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira. So our Prabhupada was very fond of this bhajan as well. He would sing it a lot. And some Vaishnavas, they recollect that when our Prabhupada would sing this song, every single time he would get to Gauranga bolite habe, tears would start falling from his eyes. He would start choking up in his voice and he couldn't continue. So, praying for his mercy, these are actually called prayers full of longing. We are longing. It's all about when. Kabe. Kabe means when. So, Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira, that when will the hair on my body stand on end upon chanting Gauranga? When will my eyes overflow with tears upon chanting Hari Hari? And when will the moon-like Nityananda Prabhu bestow his mercy upon me? When will my material desires become insignificant? When will my mind, as a result of my renouncing material enjoyment, become purified? When will I behold Sri Vrindavan? When will I develop eagerness for the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Das Goswami, by whose mercy I will be able to understand the love of the divine couple? Let all my hopes and aspirations remain at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Rup and Sri Raghunath Das. This is the constant prayer of Narottam Das. So this is found in his prarthana, that prarthana karoye sada Narottama Das. That always, sada means always. So karoye sada Narottama Das. He's always praying at the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath. A lot of his songs are dedicated to the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath, because they are the Abhideya and Prayojana Acharyas, respectively. That they are the Acharyas of our line. That even our Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada would always say, by Rupa and Raghunath's mercy. Because by their mercy, only everything happens. They are one of the most confidential associates of Mahaprabhu. And that's in Gaur Lila. But in Krishna Lila, they're even more confidential associates of Radha and Krishna. So these prayers are full of longing. And we're just asking, at what point in my life can I come to this? When can I behold Mahaprabhu? When will my voice choke up? Mahaprabhu, he writes in Shikshashtakam, right? That when will that day come? So we always have to remember that when will it come? The day will come when we are purely chanting. So we always have to remember that day in and day out, we have to always chant the holy names in a humble state of mind. Trinadapi sunichena tarodapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtanya sadahari. The only way that we can chant forever kirtanya sadahari is by Trinadapi sunichena. That we have to be humble and tolerant, devoid of false ego and prestige. This is the only way we can continue to do kirtan and continue to associate with Vaishnavas. Otherwise, everything will go away from us if we become prideful and we have ego. So we'll start off with this bhajan, Gauranga Bolite Habe. Namo Mahabhalanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Anarpitang Charinchirat Kanunaya Vatirna Kalau Samarpaita Munata Ujjalarasam Sabhakti Shriyam Hari Purtada Sundara Dyuti Kandarpa Sandipitaha Sada Hridaya Kandares Purutuva Shachinandanaha Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira Gauranga Bolite Habe
Pulaka Sharira
Hari Hari Bolite na Yane Babenira Hari Hari Bolite na Yane Babenira আর কবে নিতাই চাঁদে করুণা হইবে আর কবে নিতাই চাঁদে করুণা হইবে সংসারবা সানামরা কবে তুচ্ছ হবে সংসারবা সানামরা কবে
তুচ্ছ হবে
বিষয় ছড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন বিষয়
ছড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন
বিষয় ছড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন বিষয় ছড়িয়া কবে
শুদ্ধ হবে মন
কবে হাম হে রাভ শ্রী বৃন্দাবন কবে হাম হে রাভ রূপ রঘু নাথ পদে হইবে আকুতি রূপ রঘু
নাথ পদে হইবে আকুতি
কাবে হামা বুঝাব সে যুগল পীরিতি কাবে হামা বুঝাব সেই যুগল পীরিতি রূপ রঘুনাথ পদে রহু মোর আশ রূপ রঘু রূপ রঘু নাথ পদে রাহু মোর আশ রূপ রঘু
নাথ পদে রাহু মোর আশা
হরি 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 বলে হরি
হরি হরি বলে
एक बार गौर हरि हरि बोले गौर हरि
হরি বলে
बोला गौर नित्या नंद बोले गौर हरि हरि बोले गौर नित्या नंद बोले गौर हरि
হরি বলে
बोलो जाई निताई जय गौर बोले गौर हरि हरि बोले जाई निताई जय गौर बोले गौर हरि हरि बोलो जाई निताई जय गौर बोले गौर हरि हरि बोले जाई निताई
জয় গৌর হরি গৌর হরি হরি বল
जय सचिन नंदन जय गौर हरि सचिन नंदन जय गौर हरि जय सचिन गौर है निताय है गौर है निताय है रूप रघुनाथ पदे रहु मोर आश रूप
রঘুনাথ পদে রহু মোর আশা
रूप रघुनाथ पदे रहु मोर आश
রূপ রঘুনাথ পদে রহু মোর আশা
प्रार्थना कर ये सदा नरोत्तम दास और प्रार्थना कर ये सदा नरोत्तम दास हे गौरांग बोलिते हबे फूलक शरीर बोलो गौरांग बोलिते हबे फूलक शरीरा এই হরি হরি বলিতে নয়নে পাবে নীরা ও হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল গৌর
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari Jai Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari Jai Sachinandan Gaura hai Gaura hai Gaura hai Gaura hai Thakur Narottama Thakur Narottama Narottama Thakur Narottama Thakur Thakur Narottama Thakur Narottama Narottama Thakur Narottama Kai Gaur Brahmanande.
Haribol. So we'll continue the festival. Radha Krishna songs now will be starting after Prashadam. 7:15 will assemble here, and we'll continue beautiful songs when the curtain will open up. That time we can have beautiful further songs, which are the essence of Narottam Das Thakur's poems. Actually, the Radha Krishna Jugal Jodi, basically. So please come after that Prashadam. Thank you. Haribol.
Jugal Jodi, wow.
Hare Krishna.
Careful and show. Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry Mataji. Yes Mataji. Mother-in-law is not went to India, so that time I came. Now I am coming.
They haven't started having food out. So everyone, they have the food, prasadam, they come back and eat it. Not right. You just have your food. Let's go walk around. I want to see what's there. Probably. You need to take off your socks because it's very slippery. And also not running here. You can walk, but don't run. Because this is not a playground. Walk, walk, walk.
No, you made it go through the other end. Or wait, no, it's inside. How do you? I'm that mean. You know mine. That's yours? You know mine, right? Yeah, you do. This is actually pretty good. Is he good? We only got 13 brawlers to get.
Good job. You can see it.
12. 13. And why we need this map?
Because it's cold.
Which one is your best? Why not the wall in hold the core?
You see the maximum. Don't keep it there. It's for the people who sit there. That's why people sit. It's not here. In the hand in the middle. Back.
Why is it busy?
You can do it. That one, back to the wall.
I'll show you my
Next to the green one. 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 Next to the green one.
only like 10. Two minutes and I'm already down. You're not even shooting.
Just like the green one. Excellent.
You scored? Wait. Why are they running?
Good. This is the first time ever. We took a unit test. Oh yeah, the average on that quiz, we took a quiz and I aced it. The average was a 75, so there were only 5 problems. There were only 5 word problems. And then there was one that was really hard. The only reason I got it right was because I asked the third periods about the question. Then I did it in 4th period instead of doing any of my assignments. And then I just aced the test.
But the red one was wrong. I like this guy.
Just water.
Which one is your best? But let me pick a random one. Which one do you like the best? here. That's pretty good, right?
He did math and something else. He did AP stats. And he did math. G? No. He's not bad. No, he's not bad. He's just strong. Yeah, I know. What do you mean? What? Like this year? Yeah.
I won't promise, but
Are you sure? Like, because like sometimes they say GT and AP like the same thing. You could have got confused between GT and AP.
I told you this
I know. Your parents. You're right, but if they said GT, they could have because like they're both 5. You mean the science? I just heard it though.
maybe you should just go to
The thing is that you can't take. Take that in middle school. No, I didn't. I
I have a character that has 72,000. Huh? I don't know. I so find
I'm taking 3 years. Yeah. I think around.
How do you win?
I took it once. You don't need to, but they're saying there's a possibility that it might be coming back. That they're just saying it might be a possibility.
So if you recommend, you need to like